Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to this channel, the Tapsters Vlog. And it's Sunday today, so I'm here to remind us all with some Word of God. I hope and believe that we'll all be reminded of how loving God is, how faithful He is, and to remind us of how His Word is living because it speaks to us every day. So this morning, I'll be reading from the first letter of Paul to Corinthians, First Corinthians chapter 13. Chapter 13. I would like to read it out for everyone. If I speak in the tongues of mortals and of angels, but do not have love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so as to remove mountains but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give away all my possessions, and if I hand over my body so that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient, love is kind, love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends. But as for prophecies, they will come to an end. As for tongues, they will cease. As for knowledge, it will come to an end. For we know only in part, and we prophesy only in part. But when the complete comes, the partials will come to an end. When I was a child, I spoke like a child, I thought like a child, I reasoned like a child. When I became an adult, I put an end to childish ways. For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then we will see face to face. Now I know only in part, then I will know fully, even as I have been fully known. And now faith, hope, and love abide. These three, and the greatest of these is love. So, as the Word of God says, that love is above all things. Like we are all in a situation where there is chaos, there is violence everywhere, there is hatred, we see enmity since it's the time of election. But let us remind ourselves that no matter what we do, like it won't succeed or it won't satisfy a soul, it won't satisfy us until it is done in love. When we talk about election, it is just for some few days and it will pass. But it is so disappointing to see how the Christians, the acts that we do is something that Christ is not really pleased with. We are hurting each other, we hate each other, and we are like creating commotions like there is no tomorrow, that we will not be living as a community, as a family tomorrow. Believers, we are to question ourselves whether we are truly living in the love of God, whether the love of God is in us, whether the things that we are doing is done in love, whether it is really going to bear fruit that is going to benefit us and also like others in a good way of God. Here's also some verses from the book of Psalms. Psalms number 9. Psalms number 9 verses 13 to 20 says, "The wicked shall depart to death, all the nations that forget God. For the needy shall not always be forgotten, nor the hope of the poor perish forever. Rise up, O Lord, do not let mortals prevail. Let the nations be judged before you. Put them in fear, O Lord. Let the nations know that they are only human. Let the nations know that they are only humans." So, as we go through the Word of God today, let us put love in our heart because we know that God is love and we are to live in love. To end with, I'd like to read out a passage again from the book of Psalms. Psalms number 11. Psalms number 11 verse 7 says, "For the Lord is righteous, he loves righteous deeds. The upright shall behold his face." So, Let us choose integrity, let us choose to be righteous, and let us set example of how a righteous man in the light of God should live. So let's stand for what is right, and let's continue to spread love and peace in the community. May the good Lord bless us all through this word. Thank you and have a good day.